In this episode, do you know what time of day you find the most happiness?
And on the flip side, we have the anticipated return of the March Madness Minute. I give an update on what it's like living with the flu this week, and we're still searching for any other dunk at the NBA dunk contest other than Mac McClung jumping over that car. Mike, hit the music. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. They say that greatness comes in many forms. Mother Teresa spent her whole life working for the poor in India. Albert Einstein, his revolutionary contributions to physics with the theory of relativity. The USA hockey team and their miracle on ice victory against Russia. Well, today we find the new form of greatness, as I, Matt Summers, am doing this podcast with the flu. A feat that many would say was impossible, and I am here to tell you that anything is possible. Yes, Kevin Garnett said that first. I'm here to back that statement up. Hope you're having a great day. Mike, it seems, how are you? How are things?
I think you need to take more PTO.
Okay. It seems like every week when one of us is sick, the next week's the other person is sick. How's that work?
For the two of us to not be in close contact or close proximity with each other, maybe it transfers over digitally in the virtual sense. And then by the time it comes through, then, you become sick and I become sick. I do not have what you had. Past tense. I did not had what you have. I felt the best on Sunday, which was so grateful, so almost a full week for me to actually have a normal week. I'm hoping. Knocking on wood is so much, but no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm learning a new way to say hello to people, not like in a different language, but just a different phrase.
Okay.
So I reposted this on TikTok, and I really should credit the guy because
I feel like I liked it. But I don't remember what it is.
So I shared this in my church community group, and it was a huge fail, Matt. So I couldn't. Okay. So Zach Bartz, his username on TikTok is Zach Bartz. So ZACH. Instead of you saying how are you doing to your coworker, the next thing you should say is Guten Tag, home dog. I will say I tried that at my community group with church. Almost worked. The Monday I came back from the weekend, I tried it on I tried the phrase to my boss. She just looked, was thrown off a little bit, and then we came right back to work. So.
What I have a follow. What does almost worked mean?
So,
someone tried to laugh but couldn't.
So what was funny was I said it I was like, oh, now you got this new phrase, and we were just about to get community group started, and our group leader was like, "How's everyone doing?" And I just held my hands up. I'm like, "This is the point." This. No one said anything, and he goes, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah, that almost worked. We'll go with that. Yeah.
But end of the joke. But yeah. So anytime I had the opportunity, Guten Tag, home dog. See how happens.
Third time's a charm. You got to find someone else to do it too. Now,
yeah.
I don't know who that person is. You don't want to do it to a client or someone you're trying to work with. A doctor's probably just going to walk right out and be like, "You're on your own."
Please don't.
Maybe your neighbor.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
See what happens. Maybe my landlord. Who knows?
I would advise not.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. So, Matt, sorry you're sick, but
yeah, I was shocked with the flu. Apparently, the flu this year, the longer it goes, the more intense it gets now, which is cool. I walked in, I had a very low grade fever, and I woke up Monday and I was really fought back and forth on if I was going to go to the doctor or if I was just going to take Motrin to suck it up. I'm glad I went to the doctor. But now I do have a fever now today, second day of being confirmed with the flu. But apparently they're just finding people with total normal temperatures coming in with cold symptoms, and it's the flu, which is very unflu-like.
Yeah.
So you gotta stay healthy, wash your hands, and don't take any chances, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Did you watch any of the SNL stuff this weekend?
I did.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad they unleashed Unleashed. A lot of classics. Domingo made a comeback. Your favorite, Matt.
We could put that to rest now.
I think this was the conclusion, which
I hope. The ending was it was a stretch.
It was really cool that they had Ariana Grande sing a Sabrina Carpenter song, and then Sabrina Carpenter singing an Ariana Grande, a Wicked song. And then Matt, when you get married, we'll be called the doormats.
The door, yeah, I do like that. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I marked that one down.
Person in the skit was named Matt, and the groomsmen. So you're like, oh, like we're the doormats.
Do I have permission to choreograph a song and dance at your wedding?
You want?
Do I have permission? I'm not going to do it, but do I have permission to do it?
We'll look at the schedule.
Okay. All right.
We'll see. All this kind of culminates into my topic, Matt. So I'll give you the segue point. Today, we are going to talk about happiness. We're going to try to find happiness, Matt.
Clap along. Okay.
Go on.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. I'll pass.
All right. Matt, when was the last time you found happiness?
Well, every day, because I live with April, is the correct answer.
That's nice.
Aside from that, while I was home yesterday, really starting to not feel good, I saw someone went live on YouTube, this like college basketball channel, and they did like their own like bracket reveal.
Okay.
That was awesome.
So you go from living with April to YouTube live
college,
on NCAA March Madness bracket.
Correct. Yeah. The two things I need in life.
The beauty of happiness.
Yep.
So a study from the University of College London, UCL, discovered when is the time in which people are the happiest. This is reported by the Telegraph. So throughout the day, you find your little pockets of happiness, your little pockets of sunshine. I got a pocket full of sunshine. Matt, take a wild guess in which the time of day people are found the happiest.
5:30 at night.
I knew this was going to happen.
That's a time of day.
Evening, afternoon.
Okay. Late afternoon, early evening. Early afternoon. Afternoon, final answer.
You are incorrect, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The study found that mornings are the happiest time of the day for most people.
Okay.
Happiness peaks in the morning and then slowly declines throughout the day, hitting its lowest point around midnight.
I hope people are asleep by midnight.
You think it's like a battery almost. Like you take your phone off the charger if your phone is that type of cycle, and it kind of depletes the energy. And by the time night comes around, you're not happy anymore.
I guess. I don't know. I think well, I can tell you for sure, when my alarm goes off, I'm not the happiest I am of the day. That's a fact.
Do you set an alarm during the weekends?
Yes, I'm starting to. Not as early as like work times during the week, but usually I set it for like 8:30, and I don't have to get up right away. It's usually just for me to like start. Like, I don't want to sleep until like even 10. I feel like I just like I stole part of my day by sleeping in very late now.
So your body clock doesn't conform to a 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock wake up time?
Yes, it still does. But just in case that, I just kind of laying there, I now know what time it is when my alarm goes off.
There you go. Matt, believe it or not, weekends bring higher highs, but also lower lows. You wake up happier, but by Saturday night, the existential dread might be kicking in. Mondays and Fridays are surprisingly happy days. Meanwhile, Sundays, not as much.
Yeah, I think people overestimate the Sunday scaries. I think that's a fact. Like it's still a day, and I love my job. It's still a day you don't have to go to work.
It actually says in the article, Sunday scaries are real.
I don't get it. If you have that bad Sunday scaries, I think you got to find a new job. Your thoughts?
I think depending on the weekend, I think if it's something you're anticipating throughout the week, like if there's something big happening on Wednesday, like work-wise, like you're going to have the Sunday scaries, although it won't happen until Wednesday, you still have that kind of anxiety leading up to it. I think I find myself in that position a lot. Like Sunday night, like I'm not sitting there like looking through my calendar and being like, what is happening? But there are times where I think to myself, okay, what am I doing this week? And then all of a sudden then I remember like this big meeting that I have to have, or one of the things, the interactions I need to do, or like something I need to perform. And it ends up kind of being anxiety driven. But oh no, it's pretty nice. I think from the weekends, like I'm grateful that I get to wake up at a time in which I want to. So maybe that's what contributes to it. Trying to attempt to go to sleep earlier on the weekdays more. That's a struggle, but we're here.
Yeah. I feel like that's. I always try to tell myself I'm going to go to bed early on the weekdays. But then it's like you cut your day so short, and then it's like your days just all work if you go to bed earlier on the weekdays. It's a good and bad. One
of the questions that was asked, well, kind of generally speaking in the article, was should businesses start important meetings early in the day?
I kind of agree with that. Now, I'm not saying if your day starts at 8 a.m., your meeting's at 8 a.m. I think like an hour after you get in is a great time to have a good first meeting. My voice is what it is.
It's all good.
I think you have a little bit of time to prepare before that meeting. But then if you push it off till like the afternoon, that there's a lot of like anxiety in the morning part, and that meeting could take a while. And then if it's a really intensive meeting, you only have like 2 hours left of the day. It's really hard to refocus back up and either focus on that task or something different.
My boss actually plans a Monday morning meetup, Mondays at 9 a.m. to start the week. We get in the office at 8, so we have about an hour to kind of reset, repair, refocus, realign, re-strategize, and then 9 a.m. hits, and then it's kind of a team meeting, which is nice. I mean, it's kind of the good like kick up, and then kind of the kickoff to the week. And I personally, like, I find myself wanting to schedule meetings in the morning, like 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I think 1 o'clock is the cutoff time for me. Probably by 2 to 4. That's when it's kind of a little, especially when it's like 3 o'clock and it goes an hour and a half and you're already done with the workday. It's like, okay, well, I could have done something else in the meantime.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than ending your day with meeting. Like literally, meeting is over, work is over. That's the worst. That sucks.
I feel as though there's a lot of motivation behind being happy in the morning. And that's like some people say, like, the best thing you could do is like make your bed and like you already accomplished something already that day. If you have that mindset, I don't know if there is a potential. Here's funny business science. I don't know if there's a potential in re-energizing or restarting your happiness. Like something's got to be like catastrophic that's got to happen to restart your happiness at the middle of the day.
What do you mean to restart your happiness? Like something happens that's bad?
No, something good, like something that like totally recharges, shall I say, the battery to 100% again.
Oh, I think there's definitely things that could happen. Absolutely. It could be something personal, like friend has baby. That's pretty cool. Or something happens good at work that goes, well, I can make a big sale. That's pretty cool.
Well, this is actually true science. You wonder if that's just a shot of dopamine and not actually your energy that is continuously working through.
Maybe a little bit of both. Or maybe you get like a really strong cup of coffee. That gets people going.
And then I see another news source. It's like if people who finish their coffee before noon actually are productive during the day compared to people finishing their coffee after 12 p.m.
My coffee is finished by 9:15 every day.
Yeah. Unless there's something like a meeting or something that happens, then like probably about like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, my coffee's done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very rarely now will I have a second coffee. I remember back in my old job, I was having like 3 cups a day. I was like, I can't do this. Can't do this. Bad.
Because you brought all the K-cups, right?
Yeah. Which now hack. I go to a grocery store specifically. I just walk in and get K-cups, and that's it. I get from the store because it's a good deal. I get like a box of 100 for like $27.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. That's like $2.70 a cup.
Something like that, I think.
Trying to do math. Funny business math.
Yeah, I think.
At $5.99 for a venti cold brew.
No, can't do it.
Yeah.
No. I couldn't tell you the last time I got Dunkin' or Starbucks coffee.
My first cup has always been homemade, whereas the second one, it's whether or not it, depending on the day.
Yep.
So there we have it, folks. Make sure you take control of your energy in the morning, your happiness, because happiness is what you make of it, and happiness is your happiness.
Yeah, and if something happens that takes your happiness down, even let's say it's at work on the weekday, try to go home and not just like sulk. Try to do something to raise your happiness a little bit. I think we all need to try to go to bed with a little happiness in there. It's not good to just kind of stay negative even when something bad happens. You got to try to bounce back.
Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Before we slide on into the second half of the show, it's back. We are back. We are doing the March Madness Minute. We are, I believe, from release of this episode, we are 3 weeks away. But that doesn't make sense because I think I figured out I'm doing 4 of these. So we'll say we're 4 weeks away from Selection Sunday, which is insane. Insane to think about. So here we go.
1 minute?
Yeah, 1 minute on the clock. So here's how it's going to work. Don't press start yet. Each week I will have a category of love. That is teams that I love going into the tournament. Teams that I like, which is teams that can win some games, but I don't think can go all the way. And teams that I dislike that are no shot of either winning national championship or just winning a game. Depends on the caliber of the team.
I will let you know when you have 30 seconds and 10 seconds.
Yep. Okay. And I have not practiced this with the flu. This is the most impressive thing I'll do this week.
It's the flu game. Here we go.
Flu game. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, starting off, love, UC San Diego. They will win the first game if they get into the tournament. They're a top 50 offense and defense in the country. New Mexico is the best team in the Mountain West Conference. Donovan Dent is a baller, and they got a top 30 defense. St. John's, second best defense in the country, and Rick Pitino always does well with teams who can't shoot the three. Going on to like, Creighton, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Stephen Ashworth. Enough said. Missouri's a really good team and a great conference, top 15 offense 30 in the country, top 40 defense. Drake or Bradley, whoever wins the Missouri Valley is going to win the first game. And UC Irvine, top 15 defense, really bad offense. I still think they can pull off an upset. Dislike, Kansas, get Hunter Dickinson out of my face. Leave college basketball, tired of you. Arizona's Caleb Love or nothing, and Caleb Love is not very good. And then Mississippi State, Mississippi State loses every big game they're in. They're just not going to win the game of the tournament. That's March Madness Minute.
Way to go, man.
That was impressive. Yeah. That was electric. Fun fact about St. John's I saw on Twitter today. So St. John's Mike is shooting 24% from 3 on the season.
Not bad.
29% from 3.
Not bad.
It's like one of the worst in the country. There's only 2 teams in the history to make the Final Four when the team shot 33% or less from 3. Both of them coached by Rick Pitino, who coaches St. John's. Yeah. That made me love him even more.
There we go.
Yeah. So tune in next week for more. And with that, we will slide on in to the second half of the show with some Down in the Dumps. I have the flu. That's a pretty obvious one. It was really shocking to hear, even the doctor walked in. She's like, you're not going to believe what this. You have the flu. I actually said to the doctor, my exact words, are you serious? I just didn't believe it. So along with that, I am kind of quarantining myself in the spare bedroom that we have, just to try to not get April 6th. This is also part of it. Along with quarantining myself, I'm kind of by myself most of this week until I go back to work. April's gone this weekend, so I'm also by myself this weekend.
All by myself.
Yeah.
Matt, I see your golf clubs are in the back too. You're just golfing in your room.
They've been in there for the past month. I can't wait for golf season. Did I tell you I might be getting a new putter?
Ooh, a little putt-putt.
Yeah, might be looking into it. So yeah, it's just having flu sucks, and then also just kind of being alone in the apartment, not the most fun.
But Matt, you can play all the video games you want. I
have not always felt the best to do something. I'm trying to do something to keep my mind off and not just lay there and be like I'm sick.
Yeah, play video games.
Yeah. It could.
You play video games. You could organize that entire room because I've seen that room before.
It's a shit show right now. Yeah, that's going to be this weekend because there's so much shit on the bed that I was when I went to go to bed last night, I was like, wait, I don't have a room for this.
There's shit on the bed?
Yes, there's stuff on the bed.
Oh, okay.
That I was I just threw it all on the floor because there was last night, April and I actually sat in the same room across the room watching The Bachelor. And I was falling asleep during the rose ceremony. Yeah, that was tough. So then really the only other one that I have is what's worse than being home with the flu, and having a stupid TikTok trend stuck in your head.
Trying to think what this is. Is it a sound?
It's more of a song. Yeah, it's a big trend right now, and it's like every 5 flicks. What do you scrolls? Flicks. I guess I don't know.
Actually, that's not a bad thing. Flicks. I'm 5 flicks away to get into a new trend. 5 scrolls, maybe, but I like the flicks.
I like flicks. Yeah,
it's like Guten Tag, home dog.
Nope. No, it's not.
I feel like that Zoe 101 episode. Man, this is dripping. It's like that's not gonna work. A song. Who's it sung by?
Couldn't tell you. I think it was popular from Glee.
Okay, what is the?
All I know, I'm just gonna sing part of it. It's I say a little prayer for you.
Okay,
you haven't seen that one?
No,
really. I'll send it to you.
My TikToks are consisting of AI generated content of you wake up and you're living during the Black Plague, and it's like really like weird mangled hands, like obviously artificially generated, but it's basically kind of a POV. You woke up during the Black Plague, and it's showing these like video, like it's a video that's produced, but it's cutting through like I'll have to send it, but and probably know anybody else that has seen it before.
I have not found a single one of those. No, this one is so it entails usually 2 females and then the lead is male. Okay. So it starts with 2 females. They do their thing, and then the females are kind of like the background dancers. And then it's a male lead who is kind of like doing the performance. It's catchy, but it's quite annoying to just be laying in bed and just have I say a little prayer for you stuck in your head. Last down to the dumps. I can't figure out CapCut captions to save my life. I just can't.
So it's finally back for you now.
It's back. Okay. Posted a clip this week, and so it does the auto captions for you. And I have to change some of the words and stuff. That's fine. And I made sure the captions were like I dragged them across the whole video, but then while it played, the captions just would not line up with the words in the video, and I can't understand it.
Yeah.
That's
why I got to get a degree for it.
I'm trying my best because I will not be getting a degree for it.
Nah, it's okay. You don't want to be spending money on that.
No. That's all I got.
All right. Well, my down in the dumps. It's a sports related one.
Oh.
Can you believe that?
Okay.
I had no idea the NBA All-Star Weekend was here.
Same. To be honest, I got to be completely honest.
I said to myself, I usually look forward to watching like the slam dunk contest, the 3-point contest. When I saw highlights, especially when Wemby and Chris Paul were disqualified in the skills competition.
Yep.
Which realistically speaking, was totally fair.
They should have counted that.
Correct. In my opinion.
Yep.
So for those who didn't watch it, the way that they were disqualified was they did not try to shoot. Were they 3-pointers or 3-pointers?
Yeah,
and a foul
3-pointers.
Yeah, 3-pointers and a foul shot. So they basically just threw it off the rack, they rolled it, took it, and then just tried to toss it towards the basket, and they were disqualified. And it's okay, it's a skills competition. They had the most skill in breaking the system for that purpose. LeBron James also didn't play his All-Star game.
Well, he also announced it an hour beforehand. So that really, how much does he care about the fans? People are asking.
Yeah. But then, which was odd because the team that LeBron was on actually won, which is very rare in many cases for All-Star Weekend that whatever side LeBron's on, in my historical watching, LeBron's team loses.
Yeah. How did you feel about the new format?
That's the funniest thing. I had no coverage or review on the new format.
Do you even know what the new format? Oh no.
We talked about it.
Yeah. It was dumb. I didn't like this the 4v4 4 teams, and it was weird. I have another question for you. How many dunks did you see from the dunk contest on Twitter?
I saw Matt McClung, which jumped over a car.
Yep, that's all I saw.
That was it.
That like nobody posted any other. I couldn't even name another person in the competition. But usually, like Twitter is good for like you get to see all the dunks. That was the only one that I saw.
And McClung's still in the development league, right?
So yes, he hasn't played enough minutes to be considered an NBA player.
So
and he won the NBA's dunk contest.
What I guess I saw, which I'm not sure how factual it was. I found that his pay for his D League contract was less than what he won earnings wise in the dunk contest.
I believe that backs up. Yes.
Yeah, which is like it's not six figures, it's seven figures. So it's like 80,000. Some like he won more in the dunk contest than he does in his own D League contract.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad weekend for the NBA. Have you also seen how the NHL did their All-Star tournament this week? Well, All-Star festivities.
Canada.
So they kind of went away with the All-Stars and instead they did the Four Nations tournament. So it was USA, Canada, Sweden, and Finland, I think. And basically each country plays each other once. And then there's a championship, which is going to be after or before the release of this. It's USA Canada. It's electric. I actually just got a notification on my phone that USA Canada on Friday topped at 10.1 million viewers, which it topped every non-Stanley Cup final game since 2014.
Nice.
People loved it.
Yeah.
I think this is a rare weekend that the NHL beat the NBA.
Hey. When you've been up at the top, there's always other people trying to knock you down.
Yep. It's also funny because everybody now is posting videos like how to fix the NBA All-Star Weekend. Number 1, let's get the players to try harder.
Yeah, so a little bummed that I had no awareness of the NBA All-Star Weekend. And then another one, which I actually was just randomly scrolling through. I found that Ted Lasso is getting renewed for a 4th season.
Oh, okay. Isn't that good?
No, because it seemed as though they not ended everything the way that they should have, but they never closed the loop on a lot of the story in season 3. A very emotional season 3. So for them to get renewed for a season 4, it's like, what are you doing now? Like, it doesn't make sense in the storyline that they presented in season 3. Not going to spoil it for anybody. So for them to be season 4 renewing it, like, I'm not sure what the dynamic's going to be.
Yeah, but counterpoint, they're going to make so much money.
I mean, it's Apple TV Plus that's also making it too. And I guess from what I've been told, Severance from Apple TV Plus, like, I actually started the first episode of the first season, but Severance is like being very popular in the world of episodic television, which I think is amazing considering people were kind of counting Apple TV Plus out of the league of Netflix and all that. Now it's like, it's doing well.
What's your review of episode 1 of Severance?
I, as a communications professional, I loved the cinematography behind it and how it was set up. I loved the storyline of like how many questions you were asking in episode 1. Like, there's too many questions to ask. And usually you find yourself in a place where you sit there and being like, well, it didn't make sense to me. Why would I continue to watch it? They made it so much so that you want to continue to watch it because you know you're going to find out the answers after that.
Okay. I've also heard good things, but I don't have Apple TV or Apple TV Plus. So
I binge watched Love is Blind, the latest season.
That was going to be another one that I had because I think I'm 3 seasons behind.
We'll say. I've been watching Monday Night Raw ever since it's went to Netflix.
How's it been?
Decent. I mean, I'm not like the first night when they had like the big debut of it. Of course, they packed it with everything possible. But to have I think I've said it before, like they have like people placing it. And now I'm just realizing I've talked about this before. They have like Netflix celebrities placed in the arena. Love is Blind alum. We're sitting behind the announcer's table and they made a promotion about it. They even had the golden goblets.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't sold those yet.
They do. They're available.
Cool. This one's from Washington, D.C., right?
No, that was the season before.
Yeah, I'm so behind. What city is this one?
Seattle?
When did you first realize that they're all from the same city?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I figured that out like the last season I watched.
It was I think it was the Texas one.
I don't know. The Texas one. Like, I'm supposed to know who's from the Texas season.
This ain't Texas. Ow. Hit my head with my mic. Let's see here. Love is Blind.
Is that
Texas.
Alexis and was it Tom?
Season
No.
5. Oh, season 5. It was in Houston. The cast. Let's see if you know any of the people from. I can't even remember half these people. What the heck?
Oh no! Did you watch the season?
I did. I definitely did. Trying to find somebody I know.
Oh, was this Cole?
Izzy? This was Izzy.
Izzy?
Yeah.
And
oh, remember, was this Jared? JP? JP was the one that was like really, really weird.
I don't think I know JP.
And Johnny. JP, Johnny.
Hold on. We tried to do this the other day on stream. Johnny's the redheaded one that wouldn't want to get the vasectomy.
No.
Okay.
Wait, this is the season that has them. Hold up. Wait a minute.
But his name is Johnny.
No, Milton.
No,
Milton?
I don't know
You
any
didn't
of
watch
these people.
season yet?
No.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Looks like Izzy and Stacy.
No.
Oh, Uche. Yeah, because this was the dumb
binging.
season. This was the dumb season that only had 2 couples.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, there was only 2 couples in that entire season.
How did that work?
They just had it happen.
Like after the pause, there's only 2 people.
2 couples.
What?
Yeah.
How quick was that season? Like 4 episodes?
Went quick. No, it was like a regular like 7 to 10 season episode, but it went quick. Like development was like this, like because you spent the entire time with them. Like,
Yeah, that's a lot of airtime.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Could you imagine if it's only 1?
I will say this season, I think they made sure of that.
Okay.
This current season, they made sure
Good.
that it wasn't going to end up being just 1 couple.
Love is Blind with some intentional selections.
I do believe, however, based on my research, funny business research, that they are commissioned if they make it to certain stages of the show. So like they get paid a rate.
I didn't know that.
They get paid a rate when they're in the pods. They get paid a rate when they're on the honeymoon. They get paid a higher rate when they're in the apartments, and then they get paid a higher rate when they make it to the wedding.
No way.
I believe that is funny business research.
So it's not Love is Blind, is Love is Blind if the money pays well.
The money pays well.
That changes my whole outlook on the show. It does.
I mean, from what I remember, the producing company pays for your part of your wedding.
Okay.
They pay for part of you buying a ring.
Okay.
Like there's commitments still, like you have to buy some of the stuff, but
Yeah.
in this economy, man, like wouldn't mind having a little help.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of Netflix, are we in the trust tree?
The trust tree?
Yeah, we in the trust tree.
The trust tree.
Yeah. Are we there?
Where are we?
I would like to make a statement, but I want to know if we're in the trust tree.
I'm in the Matt. You're my best man for my wedding. Of course, I'm in the trust tree with you. It's the question is, are the other guests or the listeners or the viewers of the show in the trust tree?
I'm making sure the listeners are there, so listeners get in
you're
there.
Asking me, I was like, what?
We haven't finished the new season of Outer Banks.
You've been saying this, Matt.
Yeah, I just haven't. I have no idea what happens. I have not seen a single spoiler.
Really?
Yeah, no, not a single one.
Mm.
Props to me. Credit to me.
Go you.
Yeah, so that's on the bucket list.
Okay.
Before March Madness starts, I will finish Outer Banks and I will give my review.
Okay.
Wait,
7
months later.
Was it the latest season?
It's the latest season. Yeah.
Are you 2 seasons behind?
No, I think we have like 3 episodes left.
At what point are you in the episode?
JJ lit everything on fire. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
JJ's lit everything on fire, and then he got to the other island, and then they're running from the cops there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You're in the most up to date season.
Yes. Yeah. I know.
Good for you.
Thanks. I'll get there. What else haven't I finished? Never finished Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Never finished Mandalorian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Matt, you're saying I don't know what to do. You have all this time for you, brother.
Well, okay. Outer Banks I have to watch with April.
No, but I mean like the Mandalorian and Obi-Wan.
That might be, yeah, that's a good thing for this weekend.
That's all I got. So we go from happy to sad. for another edition of the Funny Business Podcast. Thank you to all who watched, and even a bigger thank you to all who listened. You can find us all at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
I want to talk to all of Mike. What are we, Gen Z? Are we millennials?
I want to talk to all the women here. I thought that.
No, all the people ages like 25 to like 37.
I am technically in a millennial sphere for being a 1995 baby.
Okay, I'm 96. You're old. I forgot that. Anyone that I guess has like elderly parents, let's say they got some like achy knees or like hips and they're afraid to get that surgery done because they don't know what's going to happen. Let me speak from experience. My father just had a knee replacement last week and he is doing absolutely phenomenal. He's already cleared without his walker. He doesn't have to use his walker. I still have to use a cane, which is good. But I feel like there's a lot of fear around these surgeries because like there's a lot that could go wrong. Nowadays, I feel like they have it down to a science. So let's have those conversations with our parents or aunts or uncles or cousins or grandparents that, you know, they'll be okay.
Iron knees, baby.
Yes, iron knees.
You become a bionic individual human being.
That's the goal, I guess. I have some arthritis developing in my hip.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wow. You know what Shakira says? Those hips don't lie.
That's a damn fact.
On tonight, my hips don't lie. I'm starting to end the episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. That concludes another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.